He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Saquon Barkley, and an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Darqueze Dennard there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, that's wide, 80. Twist. Hey, alert 3. Watch the safety creep. Let's go on. No,
looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Ajayi. Fighting through it, he's got space. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Too little, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
60 Pittsburgh. 60 General West. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready?
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
61, matchbox right.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by Jones. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They run with Ajayi. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Brady. He completes it to Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Barkley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. This is Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs' 26-yard line.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check, 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 check.
Hard. Fight.
On second down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
You draw quarter. Hey, stand up.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Shoot.
Roll out.
Switch. Watch the eye.
Hey, lock it. Rock it. Hit it.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Buccaneers deep. Defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 49.
Wait, 20.
Check tight.
Alert. Sugar.
Here's Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
20.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it is 28-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
60 pitch, sir. Pilot, 64.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Again, it's Barkley. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.